In this lecture, we're going to begin our journey by creating a theme. The question is, where do we start with creating a theme? The first step is to register a theme with WordPress. WordPress has a few requirements for registering a theme. Before getting started, I want to make one point clear. This course is not focused on the HTML and CSS code. We're primarily going to be focusing on PHP and JavaScript. Be sure you're confident with your HTML and CSS skills before proceeding. In the resource section of this lecture, you will find a zip file. It contains the template we'll be using for this course. I want you to download it. I've done nothing to this template that makes it WordPress ready. I will walk you through every step to convert it from a static template into a WordPress theme. The template we'll be using is built with Tailwind. WordPress is ultimately front-end agnostic. We're not required to use a specific framework. We have complete freedom over which libraries are incorporated into our theme. With that being said, Tailwind is one of the simplest libraries to use in a WordPress theme. The template I've provided is very basic. We'll learn about the template as the course progresses. Let's view one of the pages. Currently, I have a home page opened in my browser. If you were to view the other templates, they would look similar to this page. By the end of this course, every feature on this page will be functional. Most importantly, users will be able to customize our theme. For example, the links in the header will be customizable. Users will be able to swap our links with their links. The overall structure of the page is simple. We have a header, footer, sidebar, and an area for the main content of the page. The main content area will be different from page to page. It's a simple design, but don't let that fool you. We're going to be performing a lot of work to get this theme fully functional. My main goal is to help you understand how themes are built. Now that we have an idea of what we're going to create, it's time to start coding. Open the text editor of your choice. It should be pointed to our WordPress project. If you haven't already, start the server. For the rest of this course, you should always have the server running. In our editors, open the wp-content/themes directory. By default, every WordPress installation will come with a couple of themes. In every case, one theme must be present and active. WordPress will always search for your themes in the themes directory. Our themes must live in this directory. Otherwise, WordPress will not be able to detect our theme. For organization reasons, we should separate our theme from other themes by creating a folder. In this directory, create a folder called Udemy. The name of our folder should be unique. We don't want our theme to conflict with other themes. Inside this folder, we're going to create two files. They'll be called style.css and index.php. WordPress has 3 requirements for registering a new theme. Let's talk about those requirements. The first 2 requirements are to create a set of 2 files called style.css and index.php. These files must always be defined inside a theme folder. Otherwise, WordPress will not be able to register your theme. The file names are very important. Our themes must always have these files. We've accomplished 2 out of 3 requirements. The third requirement is a file header. File headers are pieces of additional information for describing your theme. WordPress doesn't know the name of our theme. It doesn't know who the author is. This information is not just important for WordPress, but to our clients as well. We can provide this information by adding a file header. Let's try creating a file header. File headers must be defined in the style.css file. In the resource section of this lecture, I provide a link to the main style sheet documentation page. This page documents what the style.css file is for. If we scroll down, we'll come across a code snippet of what we can insert into this file. At the top of the file, we must insert a block comment. This block comment is what's called a file header. It's a block comment of information about our theme. Every piece of information follows a key value format. The format is the name of the property followed by the value. They're separated with a colon. Below this code snippet, we'll come across a description of every property available. A lot of this information is optional. You don't have to include every piece. The most important property is the name of the theme. Let's copy the example from the documentation. Next, paste it into the style.css file. Let's run down the list of settings. A file header can be created by adding a block comment in CSS. The block comment must be created at the top of the style.css file. WordPress will scan this file for the comment block. The first piece of information we should provide is the name of the theme. The name can be added by adding the theme name property. Let's set the name to Udemy. Believe it or not, we've created our first theme. The name is the only thing that WordPress needs. Everything else is optional. Let's test if this is true. I'm going to remove the other properties in this comment. Next, let's switch over to the admin dashboard in our browsers. We can view the list of themes uploaded to our site by navigating to Appearance, Themes. An empty block with the name of our theme will appear. We can click on this block to view more information. Since we only provided the theme's name, WordPress will not be able to give the user more information. Despite that, our theme is considered valid. We can even activate our theme. Let's give that a try. After a few moments, our theme is active. WordPress has not thrown an error at us. We can even view the theme on the front end. Let's switch over to the main site. The page is going to be empty. It's not because of an error. It's because we haven't created a template. We'll talk about how to create a template in another lecture. We've successfully created our first theme. These are the 3 minimum requirements for creating an official theme. We need to create 2 files called style.css and index.php. The style.css file must contain a file header with the theme's name. After completing those steps, WordPress will recognize our theme. It will not ask for anything else. The information stored in the file header is extracted and presented to the user on the dashboard. As you can see, we didn't need to write additional code to get this feature. WordPress helps us a lot with theme development. This allows us to focus on our theme. Our theme is ready. It's not much, but it's a start. In the next lecture, let's explore the other file headers.